Hello and welcome to this pick a card reading for the new moon in Sagittarius. So this is a bit of a funky new moon, not really that like new vibes, new intentions, yummy feeling that a new moon tends to bring. It's quite a provoking, prodding, gonna say a bit ouchy of a new moon. So this reading is about delusion or reality. So a check-in with yourself, a check-in with the situation, a check-in in regards to whatever this new moon energy is bringing up and rising up and percolating within you, so that you can have that like reality check essentially. Is what you're putting your effort into, is what you're believing, is where your faith is currently sitting based in reality, or is it delusional? And this card reading is to offer you that bit of insight from spirit so that you can move forward with this new moon, new intentions in that regard accordingly, to set yourself up with the best, highest hopes as such. So there are 3 piles to choose from, 1, 2, and 3. Timestamps are down there in the description box, so you can skip ahead to your reading. Please remember, this is a collective reading. If you want something aimed directly at you, linked to your reality, your world, then please reach out for a one-to-one reading with me. My details are down there as well. I would absolutely love to work with you. And yeah, with that, I will leave it there and we will see you in your reading. Hello, Power One. If you pick this card, this is your reading for reality or delusion. And for you, we have the Stand, courage, determination, and fearlessness. And this card always makes me think of the Strength card in tarot, which is all about that same like courage, that strength, that influence. But there's a level, a massive level, a massive implement, a massive, none of these are the words I want, energy of compassion that comes in with the Strength card in tarot. It talks about that compassion, that unconditional love. Having it for self first is vital, is imperative to being able to then offer it outwards. And that feels like an element of like that kind of energy coming through here. So in regards to this Stand that this card is bringing in, that first there needs to be this like softness. There's so much like strength here, but there's that soft touch that's really wanting to come through. So this delusion versus reality, the feeling I'm really getting and the way I'm swaying with the energies very much feels as if what you have been putting your energy into or where you have been viewing things is probably more based in delusion. And this is where this tenderness for yourself is really needing to come forwards, because you need to take a stand against the delusions, but you need to be gentle and forgiving and loving of yourself for being deluded in the first place, for allowing yourself to come as far as you've come in that delusion, and not beat yourself up because of it. Have that good courage and determination to stand up now and be done with it. With that new moon, like new moons, new intentions. And although this isn't necessarily a new moon where I'd actively encourage new intentions, we are then going to have, like shortly afterwards, the new moon is on the 20th, and then on the 21st we go into, it's the winter solstice. So there is, with that, with the turning of the wheel, there's always a new energy coming in, and we also start a new season. So it's a new moon in Sag, but it's at the end of Sagittarius season. So we've got this new coming in regardless. So there's very much that new stance for you, this new stand, one where you have that courage, that determination, and that fearlessness. But I feel like under this new moon, especially, instead of setting intentions, sit with gentleness, sit with softness for yourself in regards to whatever the delusion may have been. Don't beat yourself up for it, but like really try to see the truth now and not continue with the lie, and continue based in truth, because that will be a very grounded, rooted, stable stance to do that from. I also have to apologize for the weird setup. I cannot get my camera stand to do it like as it should, so it moves, it's at weird angles. I apologize. Let's, new intentions for me will be invest in a new stand, but you can still see the cut, so we're good. Let's get some tarot for you. the world, and the Eight of Swords. Yeah, so the world is that completion stage. The world is something coming to an end, letting the delusions end now. We need that completion. We need that integration. We need that world. It's come full circle. It comes to the end, and we need this to start a new journey. What comes after this is this card 0. It's the Fool. It's that new beginnings. That stand, you in a whole new light. And it's almost like this is that softness, and this is that like divine rage. And like having both, but letting it kind of come into balance within you to just start this new chapter. So there's not having rage at yourself or internally or externally at this situation, at this delusions. And it's like being brought into balance with that kindness and compassion and softness for self in this moment, because the divine rage is beautiful and we need it. It just doesn't need to be acted upon. We need the softness. Let it integrate, let the lessons land. And we're stepping out here, this Eight of Swords. This is stepping out of victim mentality and asking you to break free. Asking you to break free of the patterns here, asking you to break free of the delusions, that mind trap that you have been trapped in, and like really coming forward and starting anew with something more grounded, something more based in reality, based in truth, even though it may hurt, even though hearing this may hurt. But me saying that this is based in delusion and not reality may be quite the sword. But instead of like victim mentality, like letting the sword keep imprisoning you even more, like let it give you that dose of truth that you need. Take the stand, have that courage and determination to move away from it. Like I said, there's so much softness wanting to come forwards in that way of like, don't judge yourself for being under the delusion for so long. Like, please don't. That's not what's being asked of you. You do not need to like feel guilty. You do not need to feel ashamed. You do not need to feel any of those more negative emotions for like towards yourself about this. This is like, you've learned this at the moment, you need to learn it. That's kind of the new moon energy here. It's bringing clarity to things that we may not have wanted to. There's a Jupiter's retrograde in Cancer, and that's a lot of emotional oomphiness coming forwards for us that can hit, that can hurt. And this is asking you to like see it clearly, see the truth, and break free. So lots of love and compassion being sent from me to you, and have the same for yourself. And if that's something that you are struggling with, then please reach out. We can work through that in one-to-one sessions. Be the mountain, slow and steady, foundations and patience. And then we also had this card with it. So this first, be the mountain, rise up, asking you for that clarity, asking you like here, she's trapped in these swords. It's a prison. She's blindfolded, and we're asking you to free yourself of this. And look, it's like that rising up, like this is down in the depths, being trapped in this prison. This is the rising up. If you even imagine that tower thing behind that mountain, you're rising up above it and getting such clear clarity, divine clarity, seeing without seeing. And then the slow and steady foundations and patience. This is asking you just to remove the veil, remove the delusions, and see the truth. And there's no rushing forwards with this. This is a slow aim of like the archer, the Sagittarius. Like this is about seeing true and clear so that you can set your bow and arrow up to aim. But it's almost like being like, it's about setting you up. It's not about and we have to aim and then we have to go find that arrow wherever it landed. And like, it's not go, go, go. It's allowing this to land. Because then we have here, the nothing is impossible, open to the unexpected, you'll find a way. You will find a way to this light. The clarity comes, you can see it, you know now where you need to like head with more clarity because of this. But there's this winding road, and it's like almost like this, slow and steady. It's not a rush. Just because you have the clarity now, there's no pushing, there's no rushing forwards. It's just about allowing it to land, taking the truth of it, and just like letting that sit with you, letting that be. That's enough for now. Sorry about the background noise. I'm just digging for a deck that I would like. Let's get some more cards for you, pile one. Okay, what do we have for you? We have chamomile with inner peace, and then we have Damania. I'm so bad at saying words. I use this in blends as well. Awful that I don't know how to say it. Chamomile and inner peace. Chamomile is calming. It actually brings a lot of joy. It's relaxation. Slow, steady, simply be, allow. Use this. Use this to assist you. Use this plant energy. You can call it in even if you don't actually work with chamomile directly. And then here we have the word I'm not going to try and say again, the beloved. Look at this cup filling from above, this clarity, this divine wisdom coming in these wings. Divine wisdom is bringing you into union with yourself in such a greater way, because by removing that veil of delusion, you're coming home to yourself. You're awakening and opening yourself to a part of you that was blocked off because of this delusion. So there's like this homecoming, this love, the beloved, but it feels very much you being able to see yourself clearly from releasing that veil of delusion. I will leave it there for you, pile one. I really hope that this new moon brings you this clarity, it helps you remove that veil of delusion, and that it sets you up. It really will do. The energies will. So lean into it as best you can. And if this is a struggle, please reach out. We can work with this together. If you liked it, then thumbs up, subscribe, share it, comment. I love hearing from you, and it all helps because algorithms are all shitty. And yeah, I will leave it there, and I'll see you in my next reading. Hello, pile two. If you pick these cards, these are your readings, and I will and I will apologize for the weird camera angle. Can't get my stand to do its thing. Need a new one. I do apologize, but you know, we're here, we're doing it. Didn't want to leave you without. So the cards we have for you for this new moon in Sagittarius in regards to delusion or reality, we have faith and we have fate. Hope, inspiration and rejuvenation, and alignment, decisive moments and opportunistic events. So the energy that I am feeling in regards to, is this delusion or is this reality, is reality. It feels like reality, and it actually feels like for this pile, it's not so much that you're stuck in delusion. You've actually got that element of this new moon energy where you're doubting, that there's this like lack of belief in self. There's this doubt that's coming in because of previous delusions, because of things that have previously deluded you, that you've got caught in and wrapped up in, where you've needed that reality check. And now where you are on your path, what's actually happening is more based in reality for you, but because of previous experience, you're fearful that it's delusion. So it's making you like question this, like being able to really like aim that bow and arrow to really like push with this new moon intention, because it's not a new moon I necessarily recommend for everybody, but there are some. It depends on where you're, you know, it lands in your chart and all of that stuff. And it feels like for this pile, it's actually really asking you to have that faith, to have that hope in the fate, in what is an alignment to you, that is opening you up to these like opportunistic events, that it is not delusion, it is reality, and that you have to trust in it. So it may be that part of this in regards to what's being brought up under this new moon is previous and old delusions. And for you, it's really asking you to let them go, let the weight of them go, let the worries, the fears, the anxieties, everything that is left with you, the remnants, shaking, shifting, getting that out your system. A big energy reset I would recommend for you, pile two. Like really cleanse, clear, detox your body in regards to like physically detox your body, wash your body. I'm not saying you're unclean, but like really utilize a bath or a shower to like bring through that extra level of energetic cleansing. And also book yourself in with your holistic worker. I can work online at a distance if you don't have one, but if you've got one, book yourself in for an energy cleanse. Get someone to like, you know, just give you that spring clean. And we have the turning of the wheel the next day. We're moving into Capricorn season, the winter solstice. That turning of the wheel is always like that with a new moon as well. There's lots of new like energy coming in, and with that, out with the old. And it really feels like for you, like I'm seeing it as like last little remnants within your being. Let's get them gone, let's get them out. They don't want to be there anymore. And this will help you believe much more in the reality of things. Let's see, what have we got for you? We have the Page of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. This is earth element, so it's very much in regards to the your reality, your human 3D-ness, and then it also talks about like that stability. And the Page of Pentacles is like it's like a new beginning. It's an ace, and it's about manifestation and this like younger like belief mindset where you really can take on the world. And it's asking you to lean into that faith and go back into that belief. Have the belief in it. You're not caught up in delusion right now. But we need to obviously strip yourself of those remnants of things where you fear that it is delusion, or you think it's delusion because of past experience. It's like this new chapter, this new beginning, a whole new goddamn book for you. Let go of the ghosts of the past that are hovering there. It's like you're actually the one keeping them there. Let's cleanse yourself of that, because they are actually ready to shift, and you really can shift them under this new moon. They may raise back up and they may seem louder, they may seem more present, they may seem more like they're pressing against the window, because the Jupiter retrograde in Cancer will be like bringing in that element. But you can choose to get rid of them now. It's actually a choice. It's your choice. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles. And the Ten of Pentacles is about this, like, it's a completion stage. Ten's a completion stage. You've reached the end of a journey, so a new one can begin. This is almost actually like an ace, like a new beginning for you. But it talks about, like, here there's a talk about inheritance and establishment. And this is what feels like this, like, leaving and shifting of the remnants of stuff that could be related to what you've inherited through your family, through past lives, and what's become established within you because of life experience, because of delusions of the past and stuff like that. And it's asking you to actually let go of what you've inherited, let go of what is established within that like makeup, because it's ready to be, like, it's ready to go now. Be done with it. Let's cleanse, clear. Let's get rid of those remnants within you. They do not serve you. Those ghosts here of the past, you can invite them to leave. It's a weird way to say it, but you can invite them to leave. What have we got for you? We have, sorry, something caught in my throat, which makes it feel like that invitation to ask them to leave is something that like chokes you up. It's like caught in your throat. It doesn't feel like you can quite like get that like expression out. But under this new moon, like really utilize the energy and it will help. Hagstone, energy shield, protection, and inner strength. Hagstone is that like crone energy, that wisdom, and it's a portal. And look at this portal at the heart space. Know that you are protected, but also implement energy field protection during this time, during this space, as you're doing this work. And that protection from, like I said, you're actively keeping them pressed against the window. They actually can depart now. That's the energy coming through. So like implementing this protective shield to push them away, to ask them to leave, and this inner strength, because you have it. You have to trust in it. You have to believe in it. You have to trust and believe in you. You're not caught up in delusion. That's the biggest part here. You are not caught up in delusion. It is reality. Don't let past delusions keep you trapped. Elder, beautiful to come through with the hagstone. That's the crone energy. And then nettle. Nettle can be used to detox. So elder and wisdom, letting your wisdom come through, letting elder's wisdom come through, that crone energy come through to guide you, to show you the way, to navigate through this, to help you get rid of the ghosts that do not serve you. Call in wise elders, call in that crone energy to work with you. Just trust and belief in your own wisdom. And then nettle with action. And nettle detoxes your system. It cleanses, it clears, which is something I suggested you do, so that you can move forward, so that you can take action. It will fill you full of like light. And then even look at the same colors here. It will get you better, like in alignment with fate, and more belief and more trust in it. All right, I will leave it there for you. Pile 2, please give it a thumbs up, comment, like, share, subscribe, do all of those things. I repeated myself there, but you know, all of that jazz, it really helps. I appreciate it. And if you would like a one-to-one reading or a one-to-one session of any description, all my details in the description box below. I would love to work with you, and I will see you in my next reading. Hello, pile 3. If you picked this card, then you have heart. Also, apologies for the setup. Can't get it to go straight, and I just wanted to get this done. So, new camera stand is definitely what I need. Anyway, so you have heart. You have emotional awakening, intuition, and following your heart. So, in regards to this reading, this is the new moon in Sagittarius reading, and we are asking, is it delusion or is it reality? And this feels like you're on I'm being shown it like you're on the edge, you're on the brink, you're on that brink of switching from delusion to reality, and that part is what's going to help you to navigate this emotional awakening where you're starting to see the truth. So for you as a pile, you're kind of on the borderline. You're moving into truth, like the reality, but you have been stuck in delusion, but it's becoming very, very apparent now. And what you really, really need to do with this emotional awakening, with all the information that's coming forwards for you, is really, really trust your heart, follow your heart, listen to your intuition, let it guide you. It's not guiding you wrong, but it may be hard. You may be questioning it a bit because you've been stuck in a bit of delusion. So it's like that really uncomfortable bit where you're not quite in the reality thing yet. So like you're stuck in old bits, and it's like that uncomfortable liminal borderline space really at your edges. But trust in yourself, trust in the process. So yeah, you're on the borderline. Let's see what tarot wants to come out for you. Pile 3. No, don't want that one, don't want it. I don't know if you can hear the puppy barking, but apologies if you can. Okay, I want the card that is on the floor. Floor card. We have floor card. Okay, 9 of Wands, and then we have the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. The 9 of Wands is a card that talks about this courage and persistence. It's like the test of faith, but this like that resilience and grit to keep pushing forwards. So like it's like that borderline thing. And also with that borderline, it's just showing now like a wibble wobble. Because you're on the borderline, of course, what will help you get truly into that reality and truth is following your heart, your intuition. But there is the potential for some of you where you could just fall back into la la land. You could fall back into delulu. Keep going, keep pushing, keep going, and like have that courage and persistence to keep that movement forwards. And then interestingly, the card that goes along with this new moon in Sagittarius is actually the 10 of Wands, and where this is the 9. So that actual proper encouragement to keep that courage and that pushing, have the resilience, that grit to keep on going, because you need to get to that 10 of Wands, which is that like new moon ruling card. We have the Knight of Pentacles here. And the Knight of Pentacles is a card that talks about feeling stuck, and it can talk also about like potential, like it's like freeze. So being stuck, froze, but then also potentially like a laziness, and like with this, it feels like that, like losing that grit, losing that like energy, losing that push, like just can't do it. And with that, you will fall back into la delusional land, like with greater ease. So you just have to keep on trucking, keep on pushing, keep on going. You need to have like it's about being methodical, it's about being efficient, it's about being conservative of where you put your energy at this time, because you really need to, because you need to keep pushing forwards so that you don't fall backwards, because you are on that borderline. For some of you, it may not be quite as hard a push, and so for some of you, it will be. So it depends on your reality. It depends what we're dealing with. It depends how far you've come. There's many external factors. It depends on your chart. Let's get another card for you. Pile 3. Ooh, what we got? The edge. Take a chance, do something different. But you know what I'm talking about? Like that edge, that liminal space, and that you could just like fall back here. You could fall back into la la land, into delusion. Like it's scary. You're at this edge, and it's scarier to come and like free fall and trust. It's the Fool card in tarot. That new beginning, that spontaneous leap of faith, and just trusting in that push forwards, trusting to move into that reality land, into that truth. For some, it is easier just to be like, yeah, but I understand this. I'm just going to go back into this la la land here. I'm just going to just step backwards. Like, no, we need to take the leap of faith. You really do need to push forward. So for you, absolutely keep pushing forwards. each time, every emotional awakening that comes through, every landing of the actual truth that may shake you, that may feel uncomfortable, it's like literal war wounds being given to you each time. It's not going to be comfortable. You've already got enough war wounds. It's adding more war wounds. It's hurting. It's painful. This is the Jupiter retrograde in Cancer, really like kicking your ass. But you just got to keep on going. Keep pushing forward so you don't get stuck in delusion. Let's get some more cards for you. Pile 3. What have we got? We have Tulsi and we have Bomsanana. I don't know how to say that. Apologies. Tulsi is wealth, and then we have the trust here. So with Tulsi, I always, because of the actual properties of the plant, it is very much about harmonizing your energetic field. So you could use Tulsi at this time or call it in energetically to really harmonize, to bring yourself back to yourself. And like, because we need you to have a calmer nervous system and to have your like chakras in alignment and all of this stuff that will just really, really help, because there feels like there's going to be a lot of like I said, like jarring, a lot of wounds coming towards you, a lot of wounds being reopened and prodded at, and all of these things with this emotional awakening. But you really need to trust in it, follow your heart, follow your intuition, trust in the leaping off of that edge, because it will take you towards wealth. It really will. The wealth is there. The wealth will not be back in la delusional land. You have to trust. You have to trust in what you cannot see. You have to trust in the path forwards, even though there is no path forwards and you may be jumping off a cliff into blackness. But trust in it. There's beauty there. There's so much more alignment there. Coming really home to yourself, home to like the truth of your soul. And I don't know much about this plant, but I like, for some of you, you either will know what it is, and for others of you, if you don't, I do recommend looking the plant up and just seeing what the energetics of that plant is, because I don't know what the energetics of the plant are. And so there is a calling there. I feel very strongly called to tell you to know more about that plant. So there will be something there. It will really link into the dreams you've been having, into visions you've potentially been having. It will link in, it will make sense. There's something that will land there. So like, trust in that, do a little bit of research. There'll be something there, or something within an image of this card. We have a whale, we have a hummingbird, we have the plant itself, we have a stopwatch clock thing here that's melting. That makes me think of, is it Salvador Dali, that artist with the melting clocks? Many things there, many aspects. Just like lean into the symbolism there. There'll be something there for you that you need to know. Right, I will leave it there for you, pile 3. I hope you have a beautiful new moon. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, do all of those things. It truly helps and I appreciate it. And if you want to reach out for a way more personalized reading, please do. My details are in the description box below, and I will see you in my next reading.